any tens up in here? No, it's just kind of hanging out, just chilling. And this part is all tense, yes? Yes, so keep the arms kind of floppy and keep this part tight. Ready? Sweetie, everybody's doing this. I want you to do it too, okay? Yeah, here we go. Ready? Bigger circles. Last one, good, I don't care if J-Lo walks in the room, your eyes are on me, yes? Okay, yes, come back down here. Please, ready, go. Set your key, lots of space, like ready, go. Set your key, beautiful tone. Awesome eyes. You know who you are. Absolutely perfect. Sing do again, everybody, ready, go. Sing what you see. Whatever you see, you sing it and sign it. Yes, yes, here we go. Which one is the step? Do to re or do to mi? Do to what? Re is a step. Do to mi is a skip. Okay, good. Keep singing what you're seeing. Ready, go. Lots of space. Space. Yeah, can you hear the difference between look at my mouth. Can you hear the difference? Isn't that crazy? Here's the E ready to me. More space. Check your posture. Good. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sign our way through this exercise up here. We're going to sign it, and we're going to hear it in our head, but we're not going to sing it out loud. It's called audiating, okay? I think we've talked about that before. You're going to sign it, you're going to hear it in your head, you're not going to sing it out loud, yes? Okay, sing do in your head. Set your key in your head. Starting pitch. Here we go, got it in your head, here we go. Now that you're really hearing it in your head, you're able to sing it right now. Sing do, ready, go. You know what that means? That means that you were singing it in your head the whole time, right? Okay, because if not, you go no. But instead you're ready for that. Very good. 6th grade. So proud of you. Sing do. Grab your shirt. Set your key. Lots of space in the mouth. Eyebrows are up. Starting pitch. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and sing. Do. Eyes up here. Good. Were we right in tune on this last measure, or sharp or flat? Sharp. Who else said sharp? Raise your hand. Good. Bunch of smarts. Okay, good. Right here, when you went so, mi, do, mi, did you hear a couple of people go do, mi? You don't hear that? Why? The most important question is why. It's not that they made a mistake. The real question is why. Because if you can figure out why, then you can figure everything else out. Dylan?
Because they wanted to keep going down instead of going back up the roof.
You're so right, but why? Why? Ani?
Because like it sounds kind of like when we set our key, so we're kind of like used. It sounds like that was in our key, so like do mi so mi do then we go to so, and then back up to do, but we were going up to mi.
She is exactly right. How many of you kind of thought maybe that was the answer? Good, okay, because she's exactly right. So you can't cite compose, you must cite read. So when you get right here, make sure your voice and your hand goes back up to me. Yes, yes? You can do it. Okay, let's do it one more time. Let's not go sharp on the last measure. So you go, ready, go? Say your key. Awesome job, 6th grade. Check your posture. Posture selfies. Sing your starting pitch. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go, sing. Do, do, mi, so, mi, do, mi. There you go. Do, mi, so, mi. Don't go sharp. Much better. Have a seat. Look at me. I told you. Whenever there's 3 pitches or more in a row, the tendency is either to go sharp or flat. So there's 3 pitches in a row at the end. Yes, so they're all the same. Do, do, do. Sharp or flat? Okay. Do, do, do. Flat. Okay, so you have to keep all of those equal and all of those the same. Yes, if I was handing out suckers and I gave 1 to every person, but then all of a sudden started giving 2, and then 3, and then 4, that's not good, right? Okay, if I'm handing out 1 sucker to each person, and all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, no, you ain't getting any. No, that's not right either, right? You have to keep them all equal and all the same, right? Okay, take out one more. Very nice. All right, so now let's sing the alto part for me. So you can remember how that goes. Oh my goodness. Shame on me. I don't even have a copy. Oh my goodness. There we go. Everybody sing an alto part, please. Melody, okay, now hold your starting pitch, ready to go. Good, if you're singing alto, is that harmony or melody? Harmony, okay, here we go. This time keep singing. Necessarily sing a long note, it just wasn't really, really great. Does anyone know what it was, Kirsten? No? Sit up on the edge of your chair. Ani, do you know? No? Sleepin'. Ready to go? Sleepin'. Okay, so that's the syllable me, right? Because you're in the key of C. Did we talk about this? Okay? And this would be do, right? Because whatever key you're in, that's where do is. Whatever key you're in, okay, or key is do, okay? So this song is in the key of C because you see no sharps and you see no flats. So what key is this song in? C, okay? On your hand, put your music in your lap. On your hand, find do in the key of C. Find high do in the key of C. No, that's E. Yeah, up here. F, A, C. So that's do, right? So count backwards with me. Ready, go? Do, G, La, So, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. Right? Now look at sleeping. It's on that very last line there. Does everyone see? Put your finger on it so that I'll know about this one right here. Sleeping. You said, looking at me, you said do, ti, la, so, fa, mi. So does sleep start on me in the alto line? Yeah, So it goes mi, do, right? So that's why I'm having you do what? Mi, understood that. If you didn't understand that, should you go sign up for art? No, okay, that was a pretty advanced thing, but how many of you think you understood what I was saying? Good, okay. How many of you have no clue, but love me anyway? How many of you kind of think you understand? Good, okay, all right, good, all right, and that's okay. Both of those things are okay. It was a pretty advanced thing. This is me, and it goes, sleeping, ready to go, sleeping. Now what's the next one, Jesus or cross off? Cross off. Cross off. Second verse, ready to go. Cross off. And the last one, Jesus, ready to go. Jesus. Good. Now, look at the soprano part. You have sleeping, and the soprano part has sleeping, right? And how many times have you heard that in your lifetime? Too many to count, right? 1,000,005 and, plus then some, right? Okay? So what we're asking you to do is really, really hard. So if you're struggling with it, is that okay? Yeah. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go, sleeping. And I'm going to try to mess you up, okay? Sitting up nice and tall. Ready, go. Sleeping. Now I'm going to play the soprano part, and you do you, right? Don't mess up. Don't mess up. Are you ready? Here we go. Ready, sleeping. The drummer's sleeping. Right? So why are they trying to move down? The why is so important. Why is always the most important question you know, Victor?
Because they're trying to follow you.
Why? They're trying to move because who's moving? The soprano part is moving. Are you moving? No. Here goes. Again. Ready? Go. Go slow. We're doing really slow. Ready? Again. Again. Now you've got to do it again. So if your hand is doing this, like Felix, if you were doing this like everyone else was, maybe you won't be moving, right? Because your hand is staying the same, right? Do it by your eyeballs. Ready? Go. Follow the hand. Did your hand move down? No. Ready? Good. Again. 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 Cross and cross again. Cross. Jesus. Jesus. Good. Stand up. Here we go. So we start at sleep in heavenly peace. The one that goes how? This one goes. That one under is heavenly peace. You know where we're at? Yes, nod your head if you know where we're at. This means yes. Yes, I'm listening. Yes, I know where we're at. This means no. This means, can I go to the clinic? Okay, you gotta give me some kind of response. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Sleep in. Ready? Go. Okay, now what words do you have problems with? Okay, same thing as Friday, right? There's nothing new under the sun. What words are about to be your undoing? What are they? Janaya?
Some people are saying sleep in instead of sleep.
Oh, sleep in doesn't bother me so bad, okay? And I'll be sure to listen to that. Harper, what are you hearing? Wrong and virgin. Okay, so we have virgin. Everyone say virgin.
Virgin.
Now say the. Jen. Ready, go?
Jen.
Look at my mouth. Jen. Jen. Which one has more space? Look at my mouth. Look at me. Look at me. Jen or Jen? Jen. Okay, it has more space. So if there's more space, more what is getting out? Sound and air. Okay, sound and air. Those things are so important. So it has to be the Jen. Okay, so let's take some one at a time. Okay, I'll be sweet. Let's take some one at a time. Sitting up nice and tall. Go. Sitting up tall. Ready, go. Okay, almost. Now go. Ready, go. Yeah, because one sounds like Jean, round and round, reach out. And one sounds like and which one do we want? This one, okay? Guys, you'll just have to pretend that you have some sort of manly crown because there's nothing manly about this. I'm sorry, okay? So you're nice and tall, ready, on, go. Good. Press the save button. Yes. Whew. Lord. Now what about mother. Say mother. Mother. My child says that to me, and it makes me want to slap her in the next week. Say mother. Mother. Yes, okay. And you know, the thing about that R there is it makes us think of, there we go, pirates and choir, mother, okay. Now say ma. Ma. The. Now, if you can put the two together, then you'll be like the most amazing choir ever. Listen to this. Ready, y'all? And so the tongue is where? Up and back, okay? Is the sound getting out when we do that? Now stand up and draw down both your maw and the jaw. Okay, go ready, top, eyes up, eyes down, eyes up. Mason, you're really good at that. It's kind of creepy. Don't look, remember? Don't look. Here we go, ready? Later in Miss Montag's class, be sure to ask Mason to make faces. Miss Montag loves it when you cut up in class. Here we go. No. And then when you get up off the floor from when she slapped you, I'll rescue you. I'll send you to the clinic. Standing up nice and tall around you, but ready. I wouldn't mess with her. You know, there's some people you don't mess with. She's one of them. She ready? She what? She already called your dad. Did you deserve it? Really not. You were so cute. I don't know how she could call your dad. Good. Face in the front. Go run and budget. Ready? Budget. Maul. Ready? Go. It's so much better now. Mother. Ready? Go. Mother. Like it went from Friday. Oh. Hold on. Let's start this. Bipolar singing, tall vowels, L-A-D, tall vowels, right? Okay, so don't do that. Okay, no bipolar singing on the budget. Ready, go. Beautiful, fix this one. Okay, so you mix the duh of tinda. Say tinda. But here's the problem. Okay, way back when, they used to drink out of these cans when they were around the campfire. They'd say, I have a tin can of beans. Okay, now I'm singing 10. Say 10. 10. And what I want you to have is almost a little bit more of the time. Say time. Time. Just a little bit, not quite, okay? But I don't want 10. Say tender. Tender. Say this steak is tender. This steak is tender. Yeah, please don't ever sing that way. Because it sounds like this. And you're not doing it near that bad, I promise you, okay? The other musicians in the room are going, but they already sound so great. You do, right? But we don't compare us to that, right? We work for absolutely perfect, right? Okay, we want tanda. Okay, so a holy infant. Infant is very nice, by the way. Ready? Holy on what? Okay, eyes on me. All right, go. Why don't you go to the restroom or get Mr. C to give you a pass, please. Okay, you are looking rather pale. Eyes on me. Eyes on me. Did I ever tell you about the time a girl hit the floor?
Yes.
45 people kept their eyes where? On Mr. C. Right? Not on me picking the poor little girl up and dragging her out of the room by her toes, right? I didn't really do that. I picked her up and carried her out. I'm pretty strong. Did y'all see my gun? Remind me to tell you the story about cannons sometime. Here, go, what do you? My friend was on medication that made her forget words, and so she said cannons instead of guns, and we're like, no. Those are not your cannons. Ready? Go. Save button on those vowel sounds. Ready, go press the save button. Can you sing those vowel sounds with me singing the soprano part in front of you? Yes? Okay, then stand up and scoot towards the center. Be a team. Be a team. Ignore your friendly neighborhood choir director. You ready? So the first thing that we'll do is I'll play the little intro before you come in. Look at that. Look at all those eyes facing this way. So many people do what they're supposed to do. I'm going to play the little intro, and then we're going to hold our starting pitch. And you're going to sing the alto note, and I'm going to sing the soprano note. Now later, will we let you sing soprano, some of you? Yeah. But right now, we want everybody to know the alto part. You ready to hold your pitch? thirds, okay? And so now look at your music, and you see how the notes are moving along together. What do we call that when we're a third apart? We're moving together? Parallel what, baby? Parallel thirds. You could just call it parallel thirds, okay? Very, very good. So you're going to hear me singing, and I'm singing kind of above you, and you just ignore me, and you do you, yes? Okay, you're doing really good, 6th grade. This is tough stuff. And now you'll be able to do this in church and annoy everybody. It'll be great. Anyone disagree? All right, good. Okay, so here's the scenario. cafeteria, and you get your tray, and you walk out, and then you see that person that you love to spend a lot of time with. Now, it could be, it could be that person that you're interested in maybe being a boyfriend or a girlfriend who's so cute. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. And then right next to them is that person that sits next to you in science that you can't stand. Like, you literally cannot stand that person. They won't stop talking. They pick their nose and wipe it on their chair. They're just so rude, and they're just so nasty, and their face is just, they don't clean their face, they don't wash their face. They come back from lunch and there's food on their mouth, and it's disgusting. Hopefully you're not that person. But anyway, so like, you have the option of sitting next to that person, or the cutest girl that you can imagine, right, Samuel? Or the hottest guy in school, yeah, step aside Justin Bieber, okay? So like, you have those two options, okay? You're going to naturally gravitate towards the people that you like or the people that you want to spend time with. Okay, words are the same way, syllables are the same way. Some are more important than others. Some are that hot guy on your bus, and some are your ugly brother. You do not treat your ugly brother the same way you treat the guy that you want to date, yes or no? Yes, okay? Hopefully not. Okay, like, that's weird. That's kind of Arkansas. Don't do it. Okay. Now, eyes up here. Some of you will get that at lunchtime, and it'll be okay. Keep your eyes up here, Janiyah. You need to sit by the door. Pay attention. You keep your eyes up here, baby. Okay, so the words. Let's see. What are the words at the beginning? Remember how we were going to do this? December days are dark and cold, and the snow is growing deep. And you did this. December days are dark and cold, and the snow is growing deep. Beep, beep, and it was dead, okay? It needs to be going, December days are dark and cold, and the snow is growing deep. And it needs to take crescendo after that, right? Okay, because this is Ebola, and this is your ugly cousin with pimples, and you're holding his hand. And that's creepy. Stand up. So whenever you sing like this, just picture your ugly, pimply cousin, and y'all are holding hands. You know what comes after holding hands. Now that you're thoroughly disgusted, please don't ever sing that again. December days are dark and cold, and the snow is growing deep. The trees are burning a frosty earth, and the world is lost at sea. The candles in the wind, and the lights shine the tree, all shining in the dark. That is so much more interesting, okay? But here's the exciting thing, okay? You can also do that. You're so smart. I know you can sing that way and not sing. Watch this. All shining in the darkness, till they're pale to be. It wasn't that bad. The darkness until, what is that? All shining in the. All shining in the darkness, till to. Please don't do that. And it forces me to dance in ways that are not cool. Like, I've never been cool a day in my life. I was a nerd way before being a nerd was cool. Okay, here we go. Way before they dressed up on red ribbon as nerds. Like, that was like, oh yes, it's nerd. But here we go. All shining red. Nerd moment. No, it's not the. Say the. Say the. Please let every other middle school out there sing the. You don't want to be one of them. The is like Ebola. Why would you? Okay, say the. Say the. Be better than that, buddy. Oh no. But here's what you did now, okay? Remember whack-a-mole? The was gorgeous. But you remember whack-a-mole? You know, like whack-a-mole, like the moles were sticking up and you're supposed to hit them. Watch this. All shining in the darkness. It was like a big fat mole. Like, hey, what's up? Here I am. I know you know how to sing the, but I also know that you know how to sing the in a classy way that doesn't make it like, hey, I know what I'm doing. Yes?
It's almost like a teeter-totter.
Yes, oh my gosh, it's exactly like a teeter-totter. Remind me to tell you about the time that I lost skin on my shin from a teeter-totter. Anyway, because sisters do evil things to sisters, right? If you thought brothers and sisters are bad, or brothers and brothers, I'll show you in the darkness, but don't make it so obvious. Hey, I know what I'm doing. That's good. That's good. Chill. Ready? No. We are sopranos, and we know our part. Good for you. Don't make it so ready. Shining in the darkness, sound good crescendoing there? See if you can crescendo there. Ready? Go. Good, have a seat. Who comes in next? Sopranos. Altos. This is like the best alto line ever written. But usually things that are worth doing and things that are worth having are also really what? Challenging or difficult, right? Okay? So listen to Mama Whatley sing it. See what you can do. Okay? Listen to it. Oh, what are you supposed to be doing when I'm singing? Not staring at my pretty face. That would be weird. What if I did that to you? What if while I was trying to teach you I was going like this? Which I do that sometimes. Right? Okay. Right? Okay. Good. Keep your eyes on your music when I'm singing to you, okay? If I'm teaching you, keep your eyes on me, okay? But otherwise, look at your music. Good, I want you to see me. Ready? You want to even look at it. Ready? every single time. Now go. Long ago, so long ago, you should have seen her. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ready, on, go. So long ago. Why? Just because it's shorter, you're going to sing ago. So you sing ago, and then all of a sudden you're going to change it to ago. That's like me handing out brownie, brownie, brownie. Sack of rocks, brownie, 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 sack of rocks. No, okay, everybody has to get the same treatment. Every vowel sound has to be perfect. It's long ago, so long ago, every single time, right? That's good. Why would you treat some people lovingly and then push other people to their chair? It makes no sense, okay? Mostly because you love them. Long ago, eyes on me, please. Eyes on me. Ready? He loves the attention. I don't know if he would know how to come to choir without being pushed, shoved, touched, hair rubbed. He wouldn't know what to think. Like if I ever ignored him for one day, like he would probably go home and cry. She would do it every day. It shouldn't take 20 minutes to fix the same stuff over and over again. No matter Friday we were talking about, you keep coming in here every day. And then you leave here. And then the next day you come in here. And then we get you to here. And then you come in the next day here. How crazy would it be if you came in here tomorrow? I leave you here. What if you came in here? And then I got you to here. And then I got you to here. And then at the end of the year I got you to there. You're pilfering it, guys. You're wasting it. You're not being a good steward of what you have. You have talent, you have intelligence, and you have a smart teacher. Don't waste it. All stall. Ready, go. All stall. Use every single brain cell. Yes, wait till Miss Montag's class to only use 50% of your brain cells. Yes? December. Okay. I'm on the bottom of page 7. Listen. How do I not want you to say it? Secrets. See, you're smart. I told you, don't waste your smart. You have so many brain cells. The word is not secrets, it's secrets. And you're that smart. Ready, and roll. Don't lose it. Sit. Don't lose it. When I stand you up to sing with the sopranos, don't go back to singing Usta. Say Usta. Also. Sopranos, your turn. You haven't gotten to sing in days, it seems like. The sopranos and acapella have to sit for a long time. And they just have to be patient and really smart people. And you have to resist the urge to text. 25, ready, go. Watch this. You can stand he's like standing like this. And I'm like, Jordan, stand up. And he's like, I am standing up. He's in 6th grade. I'm like, no, Jordan, stand up. And he's like, I am. I'm like, stand up straight. He's like, I am. And I said, then why are your hips crooked? And the kids, some of them kind of start giggling, go like, does she really not know? And he had literally just joined choir like 2 days before. And he goes, one of my legs is longer than the other. And I was like, no, they're not. Because I could tell, like, because of who his friends were, and he was kind of a jokester. He's like, no, really, one of my legs is longer than the other. And then I started noticing, well, first of all the kids are going, no, really, it's true. Like, leave him alone. Like, the kids who really love me are going, no, stop, stop, stop. You know, and the kids who are like the troublemakers, they're going, and then I was like, just stop, really, one of his legs is longer than the other. So I watched him when he left that day. He started walking like this. I'm like, how did I never notice? His legs is really longer than the other. So like the whole choir standing straight, and I always put him on the back row because it just looked weird, because it didn't matter what kind of clothes he wore. It was very obvious. One leg was longer than the other. Anyway, he got through it. He had some surgeries and some extra things that now, like he plays football and stuff like that. He still looks just a little bit, but it's not so bad. Anyway, stand up. I need you to go, like pop the sound up. Noise. Because consonants have one speed. What is it? Fast, okay? So standing up as tall as you can. What's the interval relationship? Huh? Yeah, it's the same rhythm. Basic?
Parallel thirds.
Parallel thirds. See, math class for 5. It's parallel thirds. Okay, now look at tell us the secrets we must know. Do you see that? When do the parallel thirds absolutely amazing. Love you. Shut up.